my presentation is about Nick Bostrom's posthumanism reading. Presentation overview goes as follows: that posthumanism is as in a way to describe someone that has at least one posthuman capacity. I'll be touching on the topics of health span, cognition, and emotion as facets of posthumanism. So there are different types of stumbling blocks to posthumanism, such as it can't be done, which is firstly quite a weak argument. It's too difficult, costly. It would be bad for society. Posthumanism life would be worse than human life. We could not benefit. Finally, Bostrom explains why people would he answers the last negative point, explaining why people would benefit from the posthuman capacities. So health span. Everyone's working towards the expansion of the health span by staying healthy, putting just minor things like even putting airbags on cars and giving money to medical research. So just minor things that can actually go along. One of the problems of today is that although people can live until a relative age, they'll most likely either have to restrict themselves to a healthy lifestyle or suffer. It's listed as a diagnostic symptom of depression, mental disease by the American Psychiatric Association. In cognition, Bostrom argues that individuals with more cognitive capabilities are more predisposed to further their knowledge in comparison to individuals that are less talented in that regard. So this is shown for merit of excellence. People that are great in something obviously get a bigger, higher yield reward than people that aren't. And also it's likely for him that people in solitary confinement for life will probably have the desire to engage in interact in cognitive practices according to how good they are at it. He concludes that cognition analysis by saying those who have a high capacity are generally better judges of the value of having that capacity of a further increment of that capacity than those who do not possess the capacity in question to the same degree. Emotion. The enhancement of emotion can be a complex problem, starting by its definition. Some may say that it should be the increase of positive emotions and decrease of negatives. So the issue of psychopathology, for example, also depends sensitively on the exact nature of one's normative beliefs about different kinds of possible emotional constitutions and personalities. So Bostrom says that possibility would need to be installing high emotional capacities in order to personalize one's needs. Posthuman emotions will possibly mean that new psychological states and emotions, because the number of capacities of posthuman is obviously better than humans, who are a lot more fallible. There is obviously a self-identity issue regarding posthumanism, as you gain, as you lose the human aspects of yourself. Bostrom argues that a person wouldn't change because its psychological characteristics, such as memories, goals, unique skills, would still stay the same as it prior was. He gives different aspects and proposes different ways to guarantee that these aspects do not change. So changes in additional enhancements without replacing pre-existing ones. Changes are implemented over an extended period of time. Each step of the transformation is chosen by the subject. The new capacities do not prevent the pre-existing capacities from being periodically exercised. And the subject retains many of our old personal relationships and social connections. And the transformation fits into the life narrative and self-conception of the subject. He also argues that the notion of self-identity changes with time as well, which I agree with. I'd argue, is posthumanism ultimately something to be sought after? I say in conclusion, the ethical objections are serious, but that's solely because they infringe on people's livelihoods. So yeah, it does worsen people's self-actualization of their life, which Maslow in his hierarchy of needs argues that it is the top desire for human life. So as well as harming their self-actualization of their life, it also infers a growing aging population, meaning that there are increased socio-economic strains, specifically on the welfare system, which has to deal with these with these healthier people and people that are living to a longer life. Which this will affect people's decisions on their viability to have children, career aims, and where they want to live. Another concern with posthumanism is that people can have a matrix of beliefs. Their relationships, social rules, obligations, habits, projects, and psychological attributes, outside of which the idea of a better or worse life or mode of being does not make sense. Examples: so people that want to be done. Thank you.